Hello, welcome back to Jim's Montreal beer review. I'm sitting in my balcony enjoying the weather while I can. And the beer for today, as I promised in the previous review, is going to be quite special. That's not to say it's going to be spectacular, very good, because from what I've heard and from what I've tasted, it's not that good. I'm going to leave that behind and make a fresh review of the beer. The beer for today is Leffe Ruby. Now, you're probably all familiar, at least have heard of the regular Leffe Abbey beers. The main two are blonde and brun, so brown, Belgian style strong ale. They also make some other beers year round, but this was introduced this year in France and Belgium, maybe some other European countries. It comes in these small 25 centiliters, so 250 ml bottles, and it's a fruit beer. Now, this is not going to be a standard kind of Leffe brew, and from what I've tried it with my friend George in France. That's where this bottle came from. Essentially, we got a 6-pack, and it's kind of like a regular Leffe, but not as strong. It's only 5% ABV, and they do brew this with fruit juice from elderberry, and maybe some flavorings as well, maybe artificial or natural. Don't really know. But anyways, I'm going to review this beer for you without getting too biased. I've tried it twice actually, but it's been a while and I want to review this properly in a glass and give this a shot. So this is only a small bottle, right, but we're still going to use my wonderful Leffe glass. So let's crack it open. Actually, in this case, unlike the Leffe we get here in Canada, the cap actually has a logo, not the foil top, which is nice because I want to keep it. I'm not break to open it, that's for sure. Anyways, it smells nice and fruity. Obviously it's going to fit entirely, no surprise here. So, quite unusual, the appearances for Leffe. It looks more like sparkling juice or something. A ruby red color, essentially, and that's why I say it from the name. And the head, which is kind of creamy, but I think it's going to dissipate quite quickly, is slightly pinkish in color. So it's white with a hint of pink. Quite carbonated, looks like a wine cooler. Types of combination. Very strong fruit smell. I'm not sure how elderberry actually tastes, but I guess you can also smell that as well as cherry. That's what I get. Some raisin actually. It's quite nice overall. So yeah, very fruity as well as you get that yeasty aroma from the yeast they use from the Belgian traditional beer. Some floralness in it, that a lot. Some sweet malts, but again, it's kind of faint. It's overpowered by the fruit smell. Yeah, let's give it a try. It certainly is interesting because it does remind you of the regular Leffe Blonde. It's much weaker in flavor, and you get that fruity kick to it, I guess. Very sweet and fizzy. Having said that, it's refreshing. It's pretty good for summer, but how well is it going to perform as a real beer? I'm not sure yet. I have to think about it. That's why I wanted to review this. This is not a lambic. This is more of a fruit beer, really. It's tasty as a drink, as a beverage. As a beer, it's alright, I guess, but not a beer in the conventional sense. I'll keep drinking this and come back to you, but it's alright. It's something that will blow your mind away, your thoughts. It's good. Alright, so it's a very interesting beer, or a drink, if you will. We call it great, I wouldn't call it bad. I mean, it's not dry, it's not bitter, it's not too watery even. It's quite well balanced in that sense. Get a nice fruit profile, as I've said, the elderberry, cherries, maybe some raspberry. But yeah, some malt, some yeast. You do recognize it's a Belgian beer, but very subtle. You know, it's still dwarfed by the fruitiness in the beer. But yeah, drinkability is good, even though I had this small, tiny bottle. But when in France, I had quite a few of these, and they were really nice and easy drinking. Not what you expect probably in a beer, but still. And you don't taste it. The alcohol is virtually hard to tell it's there. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm going to give this the basing between 6 and 7. I'm going to have to go with a 6. You know, it's not very good. It's good enough. It's decent. It's certainly worth a shot. You know, if you happen to find this somewhere. But yeah, it's totally not up to the scale of the rest of the Leffe beers. So if you like Abbey style Belgian beers, go with the regular Leffe. Don't bother drinking this. Still, it's a decent shot. You know, it's above average. I've tasted worse fruit beers, so 6 is just about average. Yeah, 2 shout outs before I leave. One goes to Beer Vlog, who wanted to see this review. I don't know if you would like this, but you know, it's certainly interesting. I was happy I tried it a few times. And also shout out to Barry from Barry's Beer Reviews, showing me quite a range of cool things on the net about beer. Cheers, that's about it for this review. 6 out of 10 for Leffe Ruby. I'll see you next time. Cheers.